Hey, welcome back to the lounge. I'm Daddy Clay.
And I'm Daddy Greg.
Welcome to our special guest host as we continue our series in this political season, assessing the presidential candidates through the lens of fatherhood. That as dads, who is the best candidate for a dad? Today, Daddy Greg is going to lead us through a conversation about John McCain.
And I'm very excited to be able to present to you some of the more important information about my candidate, John McCain, who's a wonderful man, and in case you didn't know, he's a war hero.
Really? I learned something today already.
So it's my understanding that McCain is not for what Obama is for, and I think that's pretty much how he's trying to sell himself.
Shocking.
There are a couple of things that might be important. Obviously, education is always an important topic, and John McCain is a school choice kind of guy. You may have heard about vouchers that the government will subsidize. The idea is he believes in a market economy, and he believes that that will work in education, that if we give people choice, parents get money to move their kids to schools, maybe private schools or charter schools, that the competition will increase the quality, and that parents will be happier because they have more options than just the crappy little public school that's in their neighborhood.
You know, philosophically, I think having choice is a good thing. School vouchers is interesting to me, but, you know, free market and education, whoa.
Certainly there are other things that he wants to do in the realm of education. One of the things that I thought was tremendous is a lot of lower income students don't have access to the same things that the kids with money, like SAT prep courses and that kind of stuff. And so he's willing to dedicate $250 million to what he calls digital scholarships. You know, he might say that he doesn't know how to work a computer, but he understands the value of them. And so families will be able to receive up to $4,000 per child to do SAT prep classes, to do remedial courses online, to get tutoring. And I think that sounds like a wonderful idea.
You know, in principle, it sounds good. I mean, dude doesn't know how to use a computer. Dude doesn't know how to use electricity. I mean, dude is old.
Old is good. Change is bad.
It's hard to be opposed to, you know, some scholarship dollars floating around out there.
Yes. And obviously the other big issue that we have to touch upon is healthcare. And while we will not go as far as to say universal healthcare, because why would we be wanting to cover everybody? There are people out there that don't want healthcare or can pay for it themselves. And we can't require people to have healthcare. That would be almost like living in communist China. And so one of the things he really wants to focus is, you know, our healthcare system right now, it's kind of, the emphasis is on your employer. You know, you get your healthcare through your job, or else you're kind of screwed. And so he wants to take the emphasis away from that and make it easier for families and individuals to get health care from various places. Again, more choice. $2,500, I think, $5,000 for families.
But it's a tax break, right?
Yeah, a tax break, a deduction, so that, and you can go anywhere, it's just not in your state, you can go nationwide, and the emphasis less on the employer, so that you can get this health care and you can take it from all the different jobs that you get fired from. Because, you know, that's really the biggest problem.
Okay, so, but here's the thing, it's a tax break. You get a tax break, you use a specific tax break to pay for...
We call it a tax credit.
Tax credit. But what if you're not making a lot of money and don't pay a lot of taxes? I mean, if it costs $13,000, and what if you're not paying that much in taxes? What if you're poor and you don't pay very much in taxes? What good does a tax credit do you if you're not paying any taxes?
Well, the way the Republicans see it is that's not really an issue, because everybody wants to make more money. Everybody thinks eventually they will make more money. So everybody will vote for the system that works for when they are making more money. The American dream, brought to you by the Republican Party.
I just don't see, if you're somebody that's struggling to pay for health insurance, how giving you a tax credit is really going to help you then get health insurance, but whatever.
Now, obviously, the last thing that we need to talk about, because we talked about it with Obama, is the personal side of the story. And as you all know, John McCain has a wonderful 21st century adoption, divorce, remarriage, all those wonderful things put together. It's the real America.
I think that just speaks for itself. So I guess that's all for us this week here in the lab. Thanks a lot for joining us. Those are the issues.
pleasure.
Let us know. Go to dadlabs.com, join the community, participate in the conversation. We're going to start a couple of discussion threads there about which candidates you guys like the best. Join in the conversation there, and we'll see you next week here in the lounge.
Don't forget to vote.